Are you okay?
I love me Brawler. It's so much fun.
Who hurt you?
Anytime I watch App Reviewer, I'm like, this guy is going to scrap. Even though this character can cheese you at like 40, I don't care. We see a scrappy character.
In all seriousness, I'm right there with you, my friend.
Yes.
Don't you worry. I love some good old me Brawler. But also, let's be real. I go to Xeno. I went to Xeno every week I could. I love me some John Numbers.
Yeah, let's go, John. Show the camera. Surprisingly, they've never played each other.
Yeah, I mean, in some ways it's surprising. In other ways, it's really not. Yeast does not travel very often. Even within Tri-State, just generally stays local to Jersey.
Is it North Jersey or South Jersey?
That's a good question. I'm not actually
But Jersey.
But Jersey, yeah.
Okay.
Generally, like, goes to Failsafe.
We're not trying to generalize Jersey, I'm sorry.
Went to Failsafe, goes to Fusions, etc. John, on the other hand, also does not travel. Stays very local to New York. So despite being nearby, they haven't really been at very many of the same events, but still players who are known for taking names. John, kind of on a redemption arc after the last couple of Xenos, he actually got double upset and drowned in pools at the very last Xeno. So
really
trying to make a statement here at Max Res and show you why that he is the king of the New York local for a reason.
Okay, quick question. Does Yeast play the same layout as button mapping layout as App Reviewer?
Well, I mean, listen, he plays a similar enough one to just take the stock because win or lose, I mean, he just deleted you by the grab on platform down to a thrower like that and Gerd. I don't know if he used the exact same moveset. I know Apple's changes a little bit depending on circumstance. I think Yeast does the same. But as far as I'm aware, he does use Mach Punch, Flip Kick, Thwupper, and
suplex.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Sweet. I don't think John Numbers has gotten a single deep breathing in this entire set. It's just been constantly being pressured.
And that was a great landing, just a slight hurt box shift and wiggle your way underneath that salute the sun. The back throw going to push you off stage. This is where John thrives, right? Just going to trap your landing attempts, trap your juggle, push you from one corner to the other, but unable to find a grab to keep the situation going. And the active Brawler hitboxes racked up so much damage. John DIing those up airs is down, and as a result, making Brawler look like Smash 4 Mario for a second.
Look how fast Yeast is just playing around, constantly baiting out different options from John Numbers as he does get that up air with the swing of the hands.
Yep, and that up air going from underneath to the side, doing a great job at weaving its way around, right? That neutral air from me Brawler. Now you have to use your soccer ball, your hula hoop, just to find some pressure, find trades on a hitbox. And even though Weefit keeps resetting the ledge, as far as characters in the cast go, she's comfortable there. The problem is, once she gets put off, all it takes is a falling up air for Brawler to rack up so much damage, or the stock. Numbers is lucky to be alive in that scenario. And the shield poke from that flashing Mach Punch is going to do it. That first hit going down, you see Brawlers look for that short hop Mach Punch all the time.
Oh, missed suplex. We've seen the offense now. 74%. You have the deep breathing. Watch out for the roll. You got to see. Watch out for the sun salutation. It honestly might just be able to KO from the ledge as more damage is racking up.
Yeah, John just really has not been able to get much started here. He's trying to slow down the pace of the game, but honestly, Yeast is playing almost ignorantly of him, right? Not respecting the soccer balls, not respecting the salute the suns, saying, I have good frame data, active hitboxes, and better movement than you expect. It's just good enough to contest you if I just don't ever let you, but I pressure you when you start charging your salutes, I pressure you when you charge your deep breathings, and never let you get much of anything compounded in advantage.
Such a risky down air attempt. You could have just stayed on the platform and tried to get a ledge trap against John Numbers, but decides to go off stage. Does pay the price, going to be losing that stock. You do have John Numbers with a decent lead, but
the air dodge out though, plus the narrow hurtbox gird means that Refit trainer can utilize her yoga skills, stretch her way around, and live to see another day. She's got to find her way off ledge though, and the roll back in. This deep breathing is online, but the flashing Mach Punch covering everything on platform, and that move is kind of absurd kill power wise.
It's when you play this character, or I should say, when you play against this character, you don't expect flashing Mach Punch to be able to do that much block back. But when you actually see it in action, it's like, oh my god, this thing is like a raw kill move, especially on the platform of Small Battlefield on the right side. John Numbers missed a tech and just had to eat that damage.
Yeah, like look at it here, right? You miss that tech. is in the bounce up too, so you're not even in the ability to tech roll or something. Even if you do, that mock punch covers just about everything if you space it right. Now John Numbers going back to the very favorite stage here of New York City in small battlefield. But as we've seen time and time again from Apple Reviewer, from Yeast, Uzbek, CaseOh here, right? Brawler loves this stage too, and John just hasn't quite had the space to get away from the onslaught that has been coming his way.
I like to always call extremely fast meat brawlers. Oh, the Thrupper not able to pick up the KO. It looks so close, but great DI from John Numbers.
And the snipe angle as well. Beautiful positioning from him. He's pushing himself to the limit, but he's still not able to get an advantage state.
It's tough. Yeah, it's gonna be tough in this matchup. When you have a player like Yeast or like Apple Reviewer, they fly around the stage. They're playing like a fly. It's so hard to hit them.
Yeah, now, like, look, these falling up airs, John is at least taking them right over the edge of stage, so when Yeast hits them, he has to either commit to a Thrupper far enough off stage he'll die, or drift back and try and find the ledge trap afterwards. So John is at least positioning right to minimize some of these damage when he does get hit. The problem is that Meatballer's kit just matches up really well against Wii Fits, and Numbers just hasn't been able to, again, find a way to slow down and prevent these nairs, these forward airs from finding a way in and getting the combo started. Now, though, having a ledge opportunity, but missing the down air to close it, reverse forward air, not going to find the stock afterwards. Yeast playing very patient out at disadvantage, not panicking, and so Numbers, instead of finding the stock for his trouble, has to reset. Yeast still at 160%.
Yeah, John Numbers obviously likes to play at the ledge, but just has not had a lot of time to play in the neutral, play in the center stage. Yeast is going for the Hail Mary.
I respect it.
I'd say that's one of 3 attempts that it's worked out so far. Was able to get a spike earlier on that first stock, but those other 2 attempts have led to his death.
But he's at 160. You get that hit. You miss that hit there, okay. You die, sure, but you get that hit and you have so much coverage. John with the call out, finally recognizing the scenario and the frame data, but down throw Thrupper on platform. Gerd 105 after the hit. That was like 80 before he got grabbed, and then he just explodes. There's nowhere left to go. Numbers is running out of room and fast in this set. The king of the New York local, the legend of this scene, might be headed down to losers.
Yeah, Yeast mode is going to be a little bit stronger right now, at least in this game number 2. Let's see if John Numbers is able to make the comeback. Doesn't have deep breathing on. Actually, does he have deep breathing on? It looks
no,
like
he does.
Oh,
not.
is that something?
That's a fully charged solution.
Okay, the animation looked a little strange in my eyes, but yeah.
However, the spots flashing. John now low on the resources, having to outspecial back. He's empty hopping for the ledge jump. Finally, a forward air to contest. We haven't seen a ton of that aggressive play from Numbers. He's looking for these dash grabs left, right, and center. Yeast has called him out with an empty hop so well. Right, this is the thing we've really seen Yeast level up on as of recent, the last couple of weeks, especially the Patchwork 3 local, where he won an amazing run, has just been an empty movement. That time, though, he gets a little too predictable. John Numbers giving himself a chance, but in an awkward situation and has to play perfectly, especially with the way Yeast has just been taking an inch from Numbers and turning it into a mile.
And look at the damage, 82% and only like 3 or 4 hits, especially when you had Sun Salutation and Deep Breathing online. Yeast is trying to answer back, but right now I think all the momentum's in favor of John Numbers, especially with this Nair, trying to get the soccer ball, getting the attack too.
Looking for these neutralizers finally. You see John's confidence starting to come back. He's figured something out. The panic air dodge that he'd been trying to read earlier has started to now come out from Yeast as well. Once, twice. John finally gets what he's looking for. Gets it again, and the fair on the frame trap. Let's take a look at that one, because talk about a checkmate scenario. This man is the Nintendo World Champion for a reason. And Gerd, I think officially, more than anything else, welcome to New York.
Hell yeah. This is the set I wanted to see.
Watch this. He gets the air dodge, forces you off stage. Air dodge comes out here, and when you force this with the soccer ball, he has no jump. He has to air dodge to avoid the soccer ball. When he does, he can either neutral air dodge, or not drift in. If he air dodge does anything other than that there, John just gets to forward air him and kill him for it.
And that all was
And
because of the dash attack from Wii Fit Trainer pushing you off stage.
And even though he does air dodge it correctly, John still gets reverse forward air because Wii Fit, as you know, between Lido, between Just Blue, and others, has some very wacky hitboxes.
Oh, 100%. This is the wacky hitbox of character. You have a character where the back part of your leg on forward tilt is an active hitbox that sends you upwards.
Yeah, while John there looking for that soccer ball spike off the header, immediately getting the F tilt, all of a sudden the game plan has come online. Everything that wasn't working before is finding its mark. John, though, with the perfect DI, right? He takes that hit at the very edge of the platform, so Yeast doesn't get the platform reset he's known for. He does, however, get the dumps that have been locking him down all day. Numbers has not had an answer for that drop zone down air.
And John Numbers has been constantly just air dodging off to the right, trying to play it safe, not trying to deal with the Thrupper active hitbox from Yeast. But because of that, you just keep eating these down airs off the sides.
I like this from John. He's dashing in, was going for the dash grabs earlier, and now he's just fading back down airing, trying to catch the dash in right after these whiff dash grabs that he was going for early in the set. So he's utilizing his own mishaps from before as layered conditioning to try and find these punishments. It's very smart gameplay. However, the dash grabs are still coming out, once again missing, and Yeast now is capitalizing. 174. Numbers has not been able to kill him. Forward throw, not going to do it just yet, likely, but it will put you in an awkward situation, trying to find the setup to cover the space.
Nice.
And Yeast, you could tell, wasn't sure where the soccer ball was going to go, had to land on platform, and Numbers will clean that one up at 7 days a week.
Yeah, with the inner hitbox of forward air, I believe, it was definitely able to get that KO. But right now, Yeast is trying to put pressure on John Numbers at the platform. It's a very hard thing to do. Tries to get the grab, but John Numbers able to fall off the platform to save his life just right there. But Yeast still answering back 80% online.
Yeah, the tech delay was super smart. Tries to call you out the flip kick like we saw from Apple Review before, but Numbers doesn't take the bait. And as a result, Yeast just now having to find anything. That jump pass ledge salute is the Numbers specialty. And he's finding it in game 2. He's finding it in game 3, missing the jab and Thrupper because Numbers didn't hit the ground yet. And all of a sudden, Gerd, we're seeing John Numbers start to control the pace of this game just a little bit more each and every stock of this set.
Interesting that John Numbers is trying to go for a lot of full hop rising nairs to try to counteract Yeast trying to attack him from the air, but it's not going to work out. Finds that one opening, another Thrupper kill for Yeast, and now is leading 2 stocks to 1. And remember, it's the best of 3 to make it out of pools. So let's see who's going to be able to come on top.
Dude, I mean, the pressure that is just going to be racked up here, right? I love the suplex attempt, but John spacing it perfectly. The salute, the win box hits it back, the rebound, what a call out. And John is just going to keep racking this up. He's controlling all the space. Yeast now throwing out these neutral airs, remembering that's his answer to the soccer ball. But even still, he hasn't been able to find any sort of extra credit. He's got you in the corner, but the down air in the reverse, tries to find the forward air to close out the stock. Numbers is starting to be the king of the scramble, not just of the local here in the city, but still not able to close it yet.
Yeah, back throw. Let's see what happens. Not going to be using the side B to put any pressure. Yeast Mode just going to be going all the way back into the center of the stage. Damage hasn't been going throughout at all. Only 5% onto Wii Fit Trainer, but we do see an up air. This is even stocks now, Ritual.
Gerd, I mean, this pressure is starting to mount as Numbers now starting to find the forward hitbox of that up tilt to find it. However, Yeast only needs the one conversion. Up neutral air 1, Wii Fit's biggest combo starter, even on the landing there on platform, does have a use. And so Numbers is starting to find a slight percent lead, but not the positional one. Only 3% separates these two. It's up to Numbers to find a way in, because otherwise Yeast will just smother you the way he has throughout the set.
Oh, this is a bad situation. You do not want to be under Yeast Mode right now. You got to watch those up tilts into the Thruppers. You're getting into that range where Thrupper might be able to pick up a sweet KO, especially as you rack on Rage.
Great pressure there on shield from the soccer ball. This is where Numbers wants to be, controlling the ledge, not letting Yeast be comfortable. He's looking for the down air mix-up. Doesn't gonna find it though. You saw the jump once, twice. He just couldn't feel comfortable committing. As a result, wasn't able to set up the ledge trap. Numbers gets back to stage. However, gonna find the perfect air dodge to get out of the way. And now Yeast is in disadvantage. He had it locked up there, but he just didn't quite commit. The Thrupper attempt, no, is gonna be a back air. And Numbers with the call out on the flip kick. He is undefeatable for a reason. It felt like Yeast had him once, twice, 3 times at the end of this game. But at the end of the day, there is death, taxes, and you do not walk into New York and beat John Numbers.
Absolutely not. We saw the Wii Fit version of Thundercats going full force where Yeast Mode was trying to recover on the right side.
This whole interaction is insane, right? He calls out the up air, gets it, had maybe a falling up air Thrupper there, and it may not have killed, but it would have just racked up the damage. Instead, tries to call out everything for the back air, but Numbers drifts back in, tries to call out the more defensive option as well with the down air, and at that point, Numbers is already on stage, able to trap the landing that he does so well.